Boredom is the root of all evil, the despairing refusal to be oneself. Quoted by Kierkegaard, and probably the only reason you clicked on this video. To start, Kierkegaard was born in 1813 to a wealthy and strictly religious family, which set the stage for his theological and philosophical thinking later in life. And through his younger years, he witnessed a lot of death. By the time he was 22, all but one of his siblings had passed away. In 1830, he attended the University of Copenhagen in Denmark to study theology, though he was mainly interested in philosophy and literature.
Because of this, his work was based on the two main dimensions of his life that defined him: philosophy and Christian faith. However, the dichotomy between religion and philosophy caused inner turmoil for Kierkegaard and led to his existential leanings in philosophy. He went on to write many successful works fusing the ideas of religion and philosophy and how the best way to live life was.
Kierkegaard claimed that the point of living meant simply knowing how to make the right choices or best choices. With each choice we make, we shaped our existence in this world to define who we are and what we will leave behind. He states that life can only be understood backwards, but must be lived forward. He also worked very hard for people to understand suffering, and that this was a natural part of life, and the only way to end pain and suffering was through faith.
Along with his teaching, he believed there was a kind of hierarchy of existence that Kierkegaard called the three spheres of existence. The first sphere is the aesthetic sphere, which means you live life based on pleasure or nihilism. Basically, you do things you enjoy regardless of impact on others. This is like going to a water park and pushing everyone out of the way in a line. Sure, you're happy sliding down the water slide, but everyone else is mad at you. The second sphere is the ethical sphere, which is acting based on societal regulations. Like, you can't go breaking the law, streaking in public, or robbing people. Or both at the same time. Basically, Kierkegaard says that by this sphere, you should be able to tell good from bad accordingly and be responsible for yourself. But because this is based on cultural and societal constructs of what's good and bad, this can be a little subjective. The final sphere of existence is the religious sphere, but to so-called enter the sphere, you must take a leap of faith, or a leap into faith more like.
As Kierkegaard once said, a person makes this leap, and they are now in the religious sphere, and they can form a personal relationship with God and can reach the noblest of goals. The idea of these spheres of existence, of course, is that in one's life, they would go through the first two and then make the leap of faith or leap into faith and enter the religious sphere. And this was, according to Kierkegaard, the best way to live life, in a devotion of faith and making moral choices that left a good impact on the world and people around you. That's not it. Ironically, Kierkegaard always regarded himself as being in the lowest sphere, and he was never able to achieve the highest sphere in his own hierarchy. And that is all for this video. On a last note, I want you to sit and think about what sphere of existence you are currently living in. Have a good day!